Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Man, our nation, we live in a beautiful world of NFL football. We get to watch our favorite team play week after week after week for 19 weeks of the season, right? 19 weeks of the year, I should say. We live off season of what they're going to do in the draft, how the preseason's going, etc., off-season moves, etc., right? But nothing kind of starts to rub me the wrong way when people of said fans of said teams start to take things over the top. Punching TVs, throwing it out in the driveway, running it over, burning jerseys, doing all this other extreme over the crap, basically trying to go viral at the end of the day, what it seems like to me. So my shock of the day are the Dallas Cowboys fans. All you Dallas Cowboys fans posting this stuff on TikTok, punching a TV, throwing it out in the driveway, doing all this. Why? Why are you guys doing that? It is absolutely asinine at the end of the day. You literally punched a $1,000 TV, threw it in the driveway and ran it over. For what? My team lost because they ran a stupid ass play. No, your team lost because we just didn't perform very well. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. I didn't punch my TV. I didn't burn my jersey. I didn't burn my hat. If you guys got all this disposable income to basically just throw money away, come over to Man Hour and throw it towards me. Give me $1,000. I'll gladly take it. I'll put the TV right here on the wall for you. I will name it Marco Polo TV, Marco Polo wall, just for you. So Dallas Cowboys fans, start with all that stupid BS crap that you guys are doing. It is stupid. Stupid. But damn it, it's time to cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that while I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speaks go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Blakasha here with the Man Hour. Fresh off my little break that I had last week because, family stuff comes first 9 times out of 10. We had some funeral and some other things happening, bada bing, bada boom. I am back right here, live, raw, uncut sports talk every Monday through Friday at said time on this particular week. This week will be 7 p.m. all week and 2 p.m. as well. But next week, I should know by Wednesday, work schedule might change a little bit. So we might be moving the after hour show to 10 o'clock p.m. So if you guys are here on the East Coast, 10 o'clock p.m. East Coast time, possibly next week moving forward. Today is Monday, so that means it's way or no way Monday here. We are going to talk about those Bengals-Bills game. Is Josh Allen officially named a bust? The 49ers defeat the Cowboys. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Kansas City and the Jaguars, Chiefs hang on. And then, of course, got to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles flex on the New York Football Giants. And then we're going to talk about the true MVP in the league. This is a great show lineup for you guys. I've been thinking about it all weekend long, and I am anxious to get back on the air. But first, If you guys haven't done so already, like and comment on the page that you're listening to us on facebook.com/manhour, or of course at youtube.com/manhour as well. Liking is the greatest way you guys can help us push out the content to many people, because sharing is caring at the end of the day. We got so many people popping in the chat here. We got Mama Buck popping in the chat. We got Nana popping in the chat over here at Facebook. We got Arthur jumped in the chat. What's up, Arthur? We got my man Alpha Rob popping in the chat as well. And he says right off the bat, says, fire Leslie Frazier right now. Fire him. Fire him. And that is a perfect segue of what we're going to talk to first here about Alpha Rob on this beautiful Way or No Way Monday here. January 23rd, 2023 edition of Man Hour Sports Talk. So as you guys know, the Cincinnati Bengals did beat the Buffalo Bills a Sunday afternoon, 20-2-10, keeping the Bills out of the AFC Championship game for the second year in a row here. Stephon Diggs was clearly upset with Josh Allen, and it was very visible on the sideline saying, hey, man, you freaking suck at the end of the day. So way or no way, Josh Allen's play is the reason why the Buffalo Bills will never make it back to an AFC Championship game again. Wow, this is a very, very loaded question. Because with that being said, I don't think Josh Allen's play is the ultimate factor of this playoff game. And I don't think it's the defense either. I mean, I understand where's Alpha Rob's coming here. He says, fire Leslie Frazier right now. Like, no. Guys, the Cincinnati Bengals is a really, really good team. I was rooting for the Buffalo Bills because as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I don't want to play the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't. I don't want to play them. I think we have a better chance versus the Buffalo Bills. But is Josh Allen's play the reason why that they will never make it to the AFC Championship game again? Let's look at the AFC Championship game year, right? The playoff year 2020. These are Josh Allen's playoff stats as a whole. He was 64% completion percentage, 272 yards per game. He had a QBR of 94, and he had 5 touchdowns to 1 interception in that season. So they basically kind of kept the reins on him, kept him under wraps, kind of let the defense, Leslie Frazier, win them a lot of ball games. Then we look at last season, the infamous 13 seconds there, Alpha Rob. Josh Allen was 77% completion percentage. He had 149 QBR ranking. He averaged 318 yards per game, 9 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Wow. Pretty damn good stats for that one game that he got to play, right? And then this season, he was 59% passing, 298 yards per game, 80 QBR, 3 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. So obviously, the play is kind of like a roller coaster, right? Kind of like a roller coaster per se. So is Josh Allen the reason why they will never make it to another NFC Championship game? No, it is not. No way. The reason why the Buffalo Bills will never make another AFC Championship game, it is because the AFC is just freaking loaded. Let's just be flat out honest. If the Buffalo Bills were in the NFC, they could have beat almost every team in the NFC this year. Easily. Easy road to the Super Bowl. The reason is the AFC is freaking loaded. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's not sleep on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Tennessee Titans are still there. We have the Chargers. We have Combs' Raiders that he thought was going to win the AFC, but hey, we'll go ahead and get off of that. There are other teams that are up and coming. Guys, the AFC is freaking loaded. So it is not the play of Josh Allen. It is not the coaching of Leslie Frazier on the defensive side of the ball. It is just a simple fact that they're loaded. The AFC is just simply loaded. Guys, this weekend is a preview of what we're going to see for many, many years to come, meaning the Chiefs, Jaguars, Bengals, and Bills. Guys, do you understand that the oldest quarterback right now in this championship weekend is Patrick Mahomes, and he's 27 years old? Wrap that around your head. Very, very, it is if you are a fan of any of these teams, the Chargers, the Jaguars, Bills, Bengals, let's throw the Titans in there too. It's exciting time. It's exciting time. So we see Renee jumping in the chat there. What's up, Renee? She answered the question of should the Cowboys sign Tony Pollard non-long-term, and she says it is expected. We will see about that. See Beastie jumping in chat. He says, hey, Rob, what's up, Beastie? Glad to see you there. And Alpha Rob says, it was Super Bowl or bust, Combsy. Super Bowl or bust. I'm not for sure you guys are talking about, but yeah, it definitely was a Super Bowl or bust for the Buffalo Bills this season. He played corner. Oh, wow. Alpha Rob is not happy with the old Leslie Flazer right now. And Comey says, whoa. I didn't have the Ravens winning the NFC. The AFC. You're right, Combs. You had them winning the AFC West. What? No, actually, it was the Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, and then the Broncos, right? How did that turn out for you? Chiefs Kingdom, baby. Super Bowl champs. Lay it up on the rhyme. Alpha Rob says, Frazier's defense can't stop elite quarterbacks. So let me ask you guys this question. Is Joe Burrow an elite quarterback? Or does he just have a lot of weapons around him? Let's say you put Joe Burrow on a team like let's say the Detroit Lions before they got St. Brown, right? Would Joe Burrow still be me and Mr. Joe cool, smoking that cigar and doing cool things? Guys, can I say something here without you guys getting too upset? I don't think Joe Burrow is possibly a top 10 quarterback on any other team. Now, I'm saying right now he's definitely a top 10 quarterback. There's no question about it. But you put him on a different team, I'm not so sure that Joe Burrow is as good as he is right now. Because let's look at the Bengals, guys. They are loaded. They have T. Higgins. They have Jamar Chase. They have Boyd. Probably the most slept on number third receiver in all of the NFL. Joe Mix is a damn good running back. They have a really good defense. The offensive line is suspect at best right now because of all of the injuries. But I think on any other team, Joe Burrow is probably not a top 10 quarterback. Jeff Newton jumping in the chat here. He says Burrow is an elite quarterback. He is okay. Combsy says Mahomes' daddy is coming home to put. Okay. So guys, in the chat here, let me know on any other team in the NFL, Jets, Giants, Miami, Detroit. Is Joe Burrow an elite quarterback on any of those teams? I mean, obviously, I think Miami, he would probably be elite, right? But New York, nope. Jets, nope. Patriots, nope. Cowboys, for sure. Combs, says, Buck, Burrow is a top 5 quarterback on any team in the league. No, he's not, Combs. No, he is not. He is a product of the system, baby. He'll be anxious to see, not this year, but next year, when all those receivers, Jamar Chase, Boyd, and Higgins, all come up for contract. Obviously, they are not going to be able to keep everybody. I'll be anxious to see what the Bengals do past that point. Is Joe Burrow still the man then? Jim jumped in the chat here. Well, what's up, Jim? He said he would be as good as Mahomes if he played in KC. And he was. So that's actually my next question, Jim. Because on the burning questions segment of the day here, I'm just going ahead and jump forward because I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. Is Patrick Mahomes a system quarterback? Just because we saw it. We've seen many times where Chad Henne has come in and he has executed for the Kansas City Chiefs. This past weekend, 98-yard, he was 5 for 7, I think, like 28 yards passing, handed the ball off a lot. And I saw a Twitter poll asking if Patrick Mahomes was a system quarterback. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is a system quarterback, but definitely being underneath the Andy Reid system is definitely beneficial. We are going to talk about Andy Reid coming up here in just a second here. But yeah, I think if Joe Burrow played for the Kansas City Chiefs, he'd be just as good, if not better, maybe. And Frazier couldn't expose the Bengals O-line with backups. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Jeff says, with all the weapons he has, he is, but he doesn't have the weapons, then no. So yes, right there. Jeff just proved my point there. Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback because of all the people around him. He is not making those people around him better. Combs says, you're lucky I'm down with the flute. I'd hop on and beat you down. Make sure you bring that stepladder, Combsy. Alpha Rob says, Burrow was smart without an old line. He would look like he did in the Super Bowl. Jim, for some reason your comments keep popping up twice. That's kind of weird. Jeff says, with all the I don't all those questions, all those comments are popping up twice. Jeff says, to answer your question about the Cowboys signing Tony Pollard to a long-term deal, yes, Cowboys would be stupid not to. We will be definitely. We'll be talking about that as well. And Robert, welcome to the chat, Robert Borland. He says, listen, I'm a kicker and I can kick for the Cowboys. Hey. Listen, the Cowboys kicker broke many, many records this postseason, Robert. Not very many people. Matter of fact, no kicker in the NFL has ever done what the Cowboys kicker did this postseason. I classify that guy as a GOAT, man. So, Robert, don't get it twisted. Can you do what he did? Just slow it down, baby. Slow it down, baby. Moving on. Way or no way? It's a simple question. All right, guys, so the next way or no way of the day, we are going to jump ahead a little bit because I am high on the Kansas City Chiefs right now. They are my team. And the Kansas City Chiefs did hang on to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-20 this past weekend. Patrick Mahomes is going to his fifth straight AFC Championship game. And he has a fifth year as a starter in the league. So kind of wrap your head around that. But this question is not about him. It's about Andy Reid. Andy Reid also led the Philadelphia Eagles to 4 straight NFC Championship games. So way or no way, guys, Andy Reid is the best coach ever. I know we have proposed this question a couple times before, and for whatever reason, we keep leaning over to the Bill Belichick thing. Yes, they made 11 AFC Championship games in a row, right? Yes, and they were 7 Super Bowls or whatever. Yes, great stats, right? But damn. Andy Reid, 9 conference championship games on 2 different leagues, on 2 different teams. That is, to me, that is really, really impressive. Really, really impressive. Now, how many big games has he won? Granted, he has only won 1 big game, right? With the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes' second year, or third year in the league, second year as a starter. So way or no way, he is the best coach in the NFL ever? Whew. No way, guys. As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, no way. The reason is because he has, yes, he gets to the championship game. Year in and year out. You can almost mark it down. He is going to the championship game almost year in and year out. No question about it, right? But he doesn't win the championship game. For whatever reason, I don't know if he shits the bed. I don't know if just the teams are just better or if he just simply satisfied hey, if I make it to the championship game, my job is good. So he's just going to eat a cheeseburger and lie and show. I don't know. But obviously, at the end of the day, you got to give it to Bill Belichick. Yes, I understand he had the greatest quarterback of all time, second greatest quarterback, I should say. Yes, I understand that, the system and all that crap, but 11 straight AFC Championship games, that's tough, baby. That is tough. So, no, Andy Reid is not the best coach ever. No way. Jim says he is an ingredient in a good recipe. I'm not for sure what you're talking about. Maybe it's the Joe Burrow thing. Maybe Patrick Mahomes thing. I'm not sure. Robert popping back in the chat here says Bengals versus 49 Super Bowl 23-14 Bengals. And by the way, Andy Reid isn't the best coach ever. But don't get me wrong. He is a good coach, but your boy Billy B is the best. Bill Belichick is a damn good coach. Man, my throat's all messed up. By the way, I've tried Coke Zero. Don't ever try it. I've tried Dr. Pepper. Blech. Sorry, boys. Alpha Rob says 20 years, one Super Bowl, just because he coached for 20 years doesn't make him great. I see what you did there, Mr. Alpha Rob. But hey, do we need to refer you to the Four Falls of Buffalo? It is what it is. Oh, no, don't do that. Hopefully we're still shy. I pushed the wrong freaking button. Moving on. Way or no way? You dropped away. Buck tells you if you're right or wrong. Not really, because Buck's always wrong. Moving on. All right, guys, so the next way or no way of the day here is let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Wow, I'm dying inside. So let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers beating down the Dallas Cowboys. The 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys 19-12 on Sunday night, and now Brock Purdy now has many playoff wins as Dak Prescott in both careers. Wrap your head around that. So way or no way, guys, it is time to blow up the Dallas Cowboys and start from scratch. Blow up the Dallas Cowboys and start from scratch. Huh. Let's think about this. The Dallas Cowboys had the number one scoring offense in the NFL the last 2 seasons. The Dallas Cowboys have had a top 10 defense the last 2 seasons. They had a offensive coordinator last year was good that was up due for many head coaching opportunities. This year again, they have a defensive coordinator up for many head coaching opportunities, which he'll probably end up going to Denver again, interviewing that for that job again. But we digress from that. We'll talk about that later if and when that happens. But is it time to blow up the Dallas Cowboys way or no way? I would not say it is time to blow up the Dallas Cowboys, but let me waffle around this answer a little bit. It is time to move on from said quarterback by the name of Dak Prescott. It is time to move on from said running back by the name of Ezekiel Elliott. Did you guys hear me? Let me say it again one more time. It is time to move on from Dak Prescott. It is time to move on from Ezekiel Elliott. It has been proven over and over and over again that once a mediocre player gets a $100 million deal, their career is basically over. Matthew Stafford, $100 million deal. What did he do for the Detroit Lions moving forward? Absolutely dog crap. He had to get traded to become relevant again. Matt Ryan, $100 million quarterback. What has he done since he signed that deal? Oh, he blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, and now he got benched by a rookie quarterback in Indianapolis. The proof is in the pudding. Kirk Cousins, $100 million quarterback. What has he done for you? Oh, lost in the first round playoffs again? Guys, it is definitely time to blow up the Dallas Cowboys. It is time to see what you can get out of Dak Prescott in the trade value market there, right? There are many teams out there looking for a quarterback. Carolina Panthers, the New York Football Jets. We can go with the Green Bay Packers. I said it last year, Dak Prescott to the Green Bay Packers makes sense. Dallas Cowboys make that trade right now. Aaron Rodgers to the Dallas Cowboys makes the most sense. Yes, Vegas sounds enticing. San Francisco 49ers sounds enticing on paper, but that's not going to happen. They have Brock Purdy and Trey Lance and Jimmy G. They have plethora of running backs or quarterbacks over there. Hell, let's take it one step further. Let's look at the Baltimore Ravens. That might be an intriguing trade. But yes, it is time to move on from Dak Prescott. He has proven to you that he is a game-managing, mediocre quarterback. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. A game-managing quarterback is not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is when you have an offensive coordinator that tries to treat you like an elite game-winning quarterback when you're a game-managing quarterback. Obviously, I like Kellen Moore's offense, the highest scoring offense in the NFL. Top 5 NFL offense, right? Year in and year out. Don't change your ways, right? Just get a new quarterback. That's the easiest thing. Number 2, Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott is no longer a one-trick pony. You have to have yin and yang with Zeke Elliott. Tony Pollard is a damn good running back. Yes, he broke his leg last night, but he'll be back and he'll be fine. He is up for a contract. He's probably going to get his contract from the Dallas Cowboys. If not, Josh Jacobs is out there, and the Dallas Cowboys will bring him in. Get what you get. See what you can get for Zeke. Chicago Bears, get your boy. Get Zeke Elliott. Bring him in. Guys, it is 100% time for the Cowboys to semi-blow this up. Get Zeke out of town. Get Dak out of town. Build around Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb. Do it. Rookie quarterback. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. Hell, I love Will Levis from Kentucky. Bring his ass in there. Good God. Make it happen at the end of the day. Make it happen. Alpha Rob says, I don't know. NFC is weak and they need to retool so they'll be in the playoffs and lose. The Cowboys, they don't need to retool. Well, I mean, yes, they do need to retool by getting rid of Dak and Zeke. And if you don't want to get rid of Dak and Zeke, which I wouldn't either. You paid those guys very, very handsomely. With that being said, bring in Sean Payton. Bring in a new offensive coordinator. Nathaniel Hackett would be great for the Dallas Cowboys. Would be great. Game manager, hand the ball down the field, nickel and dime to CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. That would be great for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott. Let me clear my throat so you guys can hear it in the back here. Dak Prescott is a game-managing quarterback. It's simple. It is simple as that. He is a game-managing quarterback. He is not going to win there and win you a game. Just not going to happen. Robert, pop it in the chat here, Mr. Kicker himself. He says Lamar is going to the Cowgirls and Jonathan Taylor is going to the Cowgirls. Huh. Like Jonathan Taylor as in the Colts running back? I don't think the Cowboys want to pay for another washed up running back. I'm just saying. I don't think they want to pay stuff for another Yes, Jonathan Taylor had a good couple of seasons, but he's hurt now. He's from the University of Wisconsin, Jonathan Taylor is. And you know what they do to running backs at the University of Wisconsin there, Robert Borland? They use them and abuse them. They ride them dry and put them away wet. That's exactly what they do. Jonathan Taylor had about 3 or 4 years left on his tire tread, and that's what the Colts got out of him. About 3 or 4 years, the last couple of years, he's been injury prone. Bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, he is done. Unfortunately, that's what Wisconsin does to their tailbacks. Use them and abuse them. Jim popping in the chat here says, Dan is a bigger liability than Maurer is. Dan who? I'm not for sure who Dan is. Oh, Dak. Dak is a bigger liability than Maurer is. See, the problem with Maurer is he missed 3 extra points all season long. The only time you talk about a kicker is when they do bad things, and he just had a stroke of bad luck. Whether it be because they couldn't put the grass on the turf like they've always done, or what, he had a string of bad luck. Dak has had a string of 6 bad games, right? The last 6 or 7 games, he has 13 interceptions, and 4 of those are pick sixes. It's just bad news bears for everybody around in the end. Moving on. Way or no way?
No way. Yes way.
And the next way or no way of the night, we're going back to the Philadelphia Eagles to talk a little bit about the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Football Giants. The Eagles did blow out the Giants, the G-Men, 38-7. Way or no way, it is Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Guys, this is probably one of the dumbest questions that I've ever wrote down. Because we've all know that the Philadelphia Eagles all season long was Super Bowl or bust, right? Once they were 2-0, once they were 3-0, once they were 4-0, when they were 10-0, it was Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then they got beat by the Commanders like, oh, well, maybe we'll pump the brakes a little bit. And then they got back on a roll, Super Bowl. And then Hurts got hurt like, we're just resting him. He'll be ready for the playoffs. And they go and flex on the Giants. Guys, it is a way. It is Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles. When you are 14-1 going into the final couple weeks of the NFL season, of course it is Super Bowl or bust. All season long, Beastie Combs, my man Blake Zender, the list goes on and on and on. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFL. If you have them as the best team in the NFL for all season long, it is Super Bowl or bust. This is the dumbest question in the world. This is a way. 100% freaking way. It is Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, let's say they do not make it to the Super Bowl. Are they going to blow that team up? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Philadelphia Eagles are built for a long-term success. They have a good coaching staff in place. They have Jalen Hurts, was really improving year and year and year. Yes, this is his second year, right? But he is definitely improving. They have A.J. Brown. They got a young defense. The only thing that's really lacking for the Philadelphia Eagles right now is their running game. And Miles Sanders is just, he has a little tread left on his tires, per se. So if the Philadelphia Eagles can get a good running back in free agency or the draft and maybe add some offensive line depth, because obviously Jason Kelce is getting old, was like his 14th year in the league. I mean, retool, right? Do what the Dallas Cowboys did, get that offensive line in check. But yeah, guys, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl or bust, and they are in for a very, very good run like the Kansas City Chiefs. We could see a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl year in and year out moving forward, and I would not be disappointed out that at all. Alpha Rob says the Eagles have to get there, but they won't. Who will expose Buck? Eagles has to get there, but they won't. Who will get exposed, Buck? Hurts. Who is going to get exposed, Hurts or Brock Purdy? Ooh. So, this is the issue with both of these quarterbacks, right? This is the issue with both of these quarterbacks. Now, I'm not saying any of them are bad whatsoever. Do not get that twisted. What I'm saying is, we have not seen the adversity side of any of these quarterbacks, right? We have not seen Jalen Hurts go through a 4 or 5 game skid like Trevor Lawrence did. We have not seen Brock Purdy lose a game yet. The question is like, how do they bounce back, right? So to the question of who gets exposed, if a quarterback were to get exposed, I don't think any of them are going to truly get exposed this weekend, but it would be Jalen Hurts. Because Brock Purdy has only played, 7 games in the NFL, 8 games in the NFL. He's still young. He's still fresh. He is probably not hurting at all. Jalen Hurts has a hurt AC joint and very limited in practices and playings and whatnot. Yes, he did play really good on Sunday. I'm not trying to deny that. But he's still probably only 80 to 85%. So I don't think anybody, quote, gets exposed on Sunday. But if somebody were to get exposed, I would have to go with Jalen Hurts. I would go with Jalen Hurts because what makes Jalen Hurts so good is the PRO game. Pass run option. Not the run pass option, but the pass first, run second option. And that's what makes him so freaking good. And if Jalen Hurts cannot really get that arm into that throwing down the middle of the field to their tight end, that's going to really hurt the game and make the PRO less aggressively and less what's the word I'm looking for? Trickery, I guess. But yeah, Jalen Hurts will be the quarterback that gets exposed if somebody were to get exposed. I don't think anybody does, but if they were, bada bing, bada boom, it is what it is. But it is time to bring back a segment that we've been lacking for a couple years today. And it's the word of the day. Cue it.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word, well, a bird, bird, bird.
And today's word of the day is not necessarily a word of the day, but an acronym or whatever you want to call it. And it is MVP. Today's word of the day is MVP. And over the weekend, we saw a potential of 4 quarterbacks that could win the MVP. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. All had fairly decent games, right? But when we think of the word MVP, it is the most valuable player on said team. And on Saturday, we saw a true MVP. We saw a true one, and that is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, guys, is the true MVP of this league, of the team, because think about it. We can throw out all the stats that we want. We can throw out the 66% completion percentage this year. We can throw out the 246 yards per game. We can throw out the 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions and 13 rushing touchdowns. We can throw out the 101 QBR. All those stats are good. Patrick Mahomes trumps every one of those stats. But a true MVP, when Jalen Hurts wasn't on the field, look how bad the Philadelphia Eagles looked, guys. They looked like complete dog shit when Jalen Hurts wasn't on the field. It's cut and dry. When Patrick Mahomes went out, Chad Henne came in, and it's almost, yes, the offense wasn't as explosive, but it was also toward the end of the second quarter. We were like, hey, we just want a nice long drive. Start at the 2-yard line. Bada bing, bada boom, 98-yard touchdown drive. Now, is Patrick Mahomes a damn good quarterback? Yes, he is. Arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC, if not the NFL. But a true MVP this season is Jalen Hurts. That is the word of the day, guys. Jalen Hurts is the MVP. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I flip-flopped my pick after watching that game on Saturday. He's damn good. Damn good.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word, well, a bird, bird, bird.
And guys, that is going to be it for the Man Hour tonight. Guys, nice shortened show here. Got everything through script fairly quickly here, but guys, we are going back to the old format here on Man Hour. I got the old paper wrote down with all the notes. Nice 1.5 to 2 hour show moving forward here. But guys, definitely stay tuned all week to see if we are going to change the time or not. I should know by actually tomorrow morning is when I should know. But if things were to change, it'll be 10 p.m. East Coast time right here on Facebook.com or YouTube.com. So we'll be moving it back 3 hours, guys. Sorry, but life is life at the end of the day, and I got to pay my bills. And work says I got to work that schedule, so it is what it is. But that is going to be it for tonight, guys. If you guys got any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow. We out.